Hi everybody, it's Mena. Welcome back to my channel, or if this is the very first video that you're seeing of me, then welcome to my channel. Please be sure to hit the subscribe button down below if you didn't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes. And today in this video, I'm going to tell you guys a scary story about how I was home with my brother and his friends, and we heard a little kid like screaming or something, and we were worried that someone had gotten kidnapped. It was like a kid getting kidnapped. So we called the police non-emergency number, and we weren't sure what was going on. And it was just driving by our house, and we heard a scream. So this is a story just to teach you guys, if you hear like a scream or something that sounds like someone's in trouble, either you can call the police non-emergency number. Don't go outside and figure it out yourself, because what if it's somebody dangerous that is hurting someone else and you can get yourself hurt too? So I'm going to get started, and I hope you guys enjoy the video, and I hope you learn a thing about how to help somebody who might be in trouble. So this all started last month, and funny, I was about to say, hi everybody, it's Mena, but I just did that already. I don't know what's going on with me. Anyway, so this all started, I think it was last month. We were hanging out. It was game night. My brother had his friends over. It was 2 girls and a boy, and we were all having a good time. I had made pizza stromboli for everybody, and if you want to see the recipe for the pizza stromboli, I'll link it down below. Or was it nachos? I don't remember which one it was, but it was one of those two. We were having a good time, and we played a couple card games. Like, we played this one bean card game called Bonanza. I'm sure some of you guys might have heard of it. It's got like beans, and then you plant them and everything, and it's a pretty fun game. And we were just chatting and eating and just hanging out and having a really good time. And then all of a sudden, we're sitting in the living room, and we hear a car drive by, and somebody was screaming in it. And we don't know if it was a child or if it was a teenager, but we were super concerned because we heard a scream, and it sounded like they were in peril. And my brother and his friends saw the car that drove by. I didn't even see the car that drove by, and we were really scared because we thought somebody was in trouble. So my brother's friends decided to call the police non-emergency number because they weren't sure if it was a real kidnapping or something. And they call it and say, "Hi, we heard this scream outside, and we're we're at a friend's house," and yada, yada, yada. And they explained where they had heard it. And we were all inside the house, and we were trying to look around to see what was going on, but we couldn't figure it out. And so they reported to the police non-emergency number because we didn't know what that scream was for. We didn't know if it was a scream of peril or a scream of whatever, or a scream of somebody just having fun or going crazy or something. We don't know, but we thought it was a scream of peril. So my brother's friend calls the police non-emergency number and reports the scream. And I think they even reported the car too. I'm not 100% sure, but I know we definitely reported the scream to the non-emergency number. And they explained that how long ago it was. I think it was by that time about 2 or 5 minutes ago that we had heard the scream. And it took us a while to get a hold of somebody because we had to connect to the police non-emergency number. And we describe it and everything. Well, we didn't talk to the cops, but my brother's friend was on the phone with the police telling them exactly what had happened. And we were just worried that a child was getting kidnapped or something. And the police told, my brother's friend is on the phone for a bit with the police, and after they're done talking to the police, we were hoping that whoever was in that car was going to be safe and sound. And we were just really scared because we thought somebody was getting kidnapped and stuff. And I was hoping that whoever screamed was safe and sound, and they caught like either the kidnappers or they found out what that happened at that scream. It was just super scary, and we were all kind of like worried that something bad had happened. And luckily, after my brother's friend's done talking to the police, we decided to get back to our game and just like not worry about it too much, because we knew the police would do something if something bad happens. So the moral of the story is, if you hear like a scream and you're suspicious, make sure you call the police non-emergency number, because the police always have like a non-emergency number that you can call just in case it wasn't a real emergency, and you can report it and tell them exactly what happened and how long ago. And if you give them all the information, they can figure all this stuff out. And it's good to call the non-emergency just in case it's not, in case you're not sure if it's a real emergency or something, because the police are there to help you. They're great they're good, the good people. They can totally help even if it's not a real emergency, and even if it sounds like a real emergency to you. So anytime you hear some kind of scream and you're kind of suspicious, just call the police non-emergency number, and they'll figure it out, and they'll solve the problem. So that was a story about how we heard a scream one night. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I post every day except for Tuesday and Friday afternoon sometimes, and I'll see you in another video soon. Bye.